Hey guys, so apparently there will be a new artifact ascension added to the game. This is a new video added by Rachel Legends. We have access to it before the actual thing goes live for everyone. So I will be reacting to it, giving my own thoughts and everything. I am excited about this because this is gonna be new content to the game. There's more to it, but I'll let you watch the video with me before I give my thoughts and everything. Let me also remove that just in case we have more of that. And yeah, let's get started.
New update preview where we'll be highlighting Artifact Ascension. Hear the name and you'll automatically think of Champion Ascension, and you wouldn't be far off. While there are obvious differences between champions and artifacts, the core idea is the same.
The Insanity Ascend the artifact further to upgrade its Ascension bonus. So before he says anything, you see these materials right here on the bottom. This will go up and up, I'm guessing, as you get the item ascended with a maximum ascension to 6, which cost 80 of these vials, 150 to get it to a 6-star ascension.
Same, drawing out the latent power of your artifacts to make you stronger. With Artifact Ascension, each artifact you ascend will receive a
So if you look at the values there, HP percent, attack percent, I wonder if that's random.
additional stat bonuses. To do
Ooh, 12
this,
extra
you'll need to
speed.
spend a new resource called Oil, which you can think of as somewhat similar to affinity potions. However,
Okay.
you don't need to worry about
Makes
matching
no sense.
affinities or rating different keeps on different days to get specific oils. You
Ooh,
only have to get
look at that.
one kind of oil, and it's
Two new dungeons shown right here. Sand Devil's Necropolis, which I wonder what this is going to be. But there's another one locked out, which I have no idea what that will be. But the one, look at that, Sand Devil's Necropolis. That's could be big, but I wonder if it's going to be something exactly like the Iron Twins, where we have a limited amount of farm every day.
it's available in one
We'll see.
dungeon. You'll need to be at least level 38 to start using Artifact Ascension, and keep in mind, it's geared towards upcoming endgame content, which will really ramp up the difficulty. As for existing dungeons, you won't need Artifact Ascension if you're already clearing them with these, but it'll help make grinding for
Okay, this is good. It's 25 new levels. It doesn't look like it's going to be like Iron Twins. Look at the item drops there. It's going to have the Ancient Shard, Silver, and the oils, which I'm guessing will be like the Minotaur, where you can only get one of the 3 dropped every time. It can be 12 of the lesser ones, up to 9 of the medium ones, and up to 5 of the big ones.
artifacts for Ascension that much quicker. As for accessories, you won't be able to ascend them just yet. You will in the future though, so stay tuned.
Okay, so this will just be, okay, this is gear ascension, and this is obviously accessory ascension for the future. So my thoughts before he goes any further is that you already have to have good gear for this. This will be an additional farm requiring energy. This will be an additional depletion of your energy, and this will be more for the end game players who will spend a lot of time in here farming for these, using their energy.
Now, let's get into the mechanical meat and potatoes. Artifacts must be at least rank 4 and be upgraded to level 12 if you want to ascend them. Rarity doesn't matter, so you could ascend a common artifact if you really wanted to. The oil needed for Ascension comes in 3 types: lesser, greater, and superior. Lesser oil will get your artifacts to Ascension levels 1 and 2, greater for levels 3 and 4, and finally superior to get levels 5 and 6. Like with Champion Ascension, the stars on your artifact will turn from gold to purple as you ascend. And that's it. You don't need silver or other resources to ascend, just that.
That's good. If you don't need silver and it's just these oils, that is good. It means it's just energy, basically, like a lot of energy. So I wonder, once we start calculating the odds of getting each for each stage, similarly to what we do for Dragon and Fire Knight and all that. So what the odds will be, the most efficient place to farm them, and the average cost of getting one item to full ascension. So if all rank 6 artifacts have the same cost, regardless of the rarity, then yeah.
Once an artifact reaches Ascension level 1, it gains a single bonus stat, and each subsequent Ascension level increases that one bonus stat.
Okay, wait. Okay, I understand now how this works. It's a random ascension. Look, the artifact can receive one of the following ascension bonuses: HP percent, attack percent, attack percent, defense, speed. So for whatever it has already, it doesn't guarantee that you'll get anything.
On a
So I
stat,
wonder.
and each subsequent Ascension level increases that one bonus stat. Each artifact type has a set pool of bonus stats that it can have, which you'll see in the handy little table on screen right now. And before
So let me see it very quickly. This is basically all the stats that you can get already. So can you get critical damage on top of critical damage? Yeah, because I saw speed boots with speed in a previous
you go
image.
and
So
screenshot the table, don't worry. This cheat sheet will be in the Artifact Ascend tab in-game for reference. At the time of making this video, you cannot re-roll this bonus stat if you rework an Ascended artifact. However, we may change this in the future, and of course, we'll let you know if we do. So that's the basics of Artifact.
So basically, this is like reworking without actually reworking the artifact. It's a total random addition to your stats that will make it even stronger, especially if you get lucky. This is what I don't like, especially the part where you cannot change it. I like the additional stats. Those will introduce more power, and we get more power to all your champions until you get all your gear fully ascended. That's going to take thousands and thousands of energies. But it's all random. Like, you have no control over the stats that you'll be getting.
Artifact Ascension covered. Now, grab your flaming torches and let's delve into the new dungeon where all that precious oil is kept. The Sand Devil's Necropolis. The Necropolis' guardian, the mighty and terrible Al-Name the Sand Devil, is pretty different to bosses you've fought in raids so far. He's got skills that will ignore your defenses. He can withstand almost any attack, but he also likes napping on the job. Unlike raid's other
Sleep.
bosses, the Sand Devil is susceptible to sleep, and using this debuff will be crucial to send this devil to his eternal rest. Now, this is where I'd normally say, let's start from the beginning, but things are a little more complicated this time, so bear with me. Let's first dissect his passive skill, the appropriately named Rest for the Wicked. This makes the Sand Devil immune to any form of turn meter reduction, as well as all debuffs. Well, all debuffs except sleep. Once you make El-Name go night-night, things start to get interesting. Once he's sleeping, he loses this incredible immunity to debuffs and turn meter reduction and becomes like most other bosses. This means you can do things like poison and place stat reductions on him, although crowd control debuffs like stun and freeze still won't work. This passive also massively reduces incoming damage to the Sand Devil, which only gets higher on later stages. We're talking up to a 75% damage reduction, so your toughest nukers will barely tickle this guy, unless you land loads of debuffs first. For every debuff you place on the Sand Devil, he loses 10% of that huge damage reduction, so focus on landing as many debuffs on him as possible once you've put him to bed. Dreamless Sleep, El-Name's other sleep-centric passive, is something you'll need to watch out for as well. The Sand Devil's
as you
pretty heavy sleep.
As you apply the sleep debuffs, you can actually apply then more debuffs, and those debuffs will enable you to do more damage on the boss. So it makes sense so far.
So he won't instantly wake up when you hit him. Instead, he gains a special slumber counter when he goes for some shut-eye, with it ticking down by 1 every time he's hit. Once it hits 0, or a sleep debuff on him expires, he'll awaken from his nap. The length of the slumber counter varies based on the stage you're on, with it starting at 10 from stages 1 to 5, with it going down as low as 5 by the later stages.
So it becomes way more difficult to keep him asleep as you go up. So it makes sense. So it's not a... It would have been trivial encounter, like very easy if you couldn't.
Means you've got the chance to land between 10 and 5.
By the way, it says round 1 of 1. It means there's not going to be any waves.
It's before El-Name gets up to see what's causing all that noise. When he finally rises from his slumber, don't expect to put him right back to bed. He becomes fully immune to sleep for 1 turn after he wakes up. So you'll need some proper coordination to place as many debuffs on him as you can before you can knock him out again. And now, his third and final passive, Soul Sustenance. Whenever El-Name attacks, he destroys 10% of the target's max HP. That's right, a flat 10% reduction. It's not based on the damage dealt to your team. Seeing as all of his attacks target your entire team, this is pretty bad news. The suffering doesn't end there, though. Anytime your champions decrease the Sand Devil's turn meter, their max HP will be destroyed by the same percentage. Yikes.
Okay, so you cannot use turn meter manipulation champions in there, because that will affect a lot on their max health, But
there is a silver lining. Whenever El-Name is sleeping, any heal you receive will restore your destroyed HP, equal to the value of the heal. So bring a healer, and everything will be just fine. Okay, now let's turn to El-Name's active skills and see how they work alongside his passives. His first skill, Rage of the Sands, is an unpleasant AoE attack that places a decreased speed and a decreased accuracy debuff on your entire team. Make sure your champions have enough resistance, as the last thing you want is your debuffs not landing on Al-Name while he's snoring away. Want to know why? His second skill, Dune Tempest, removes all debuffs on him, heals him, and then attacks your entire team with Blades of Light and a howling gust of sand. But there's a catch. The damage dealt by this skill decreases based on the amount of debuffs Al-Name removed from himself. So the more debuffs you manage to place on him, the weaker this move will be. Think of it going from a raging tornado to a light breeze. The heal he receives from Dune Tempest will also depend on the amount of destroyed HP on your team. The more HP you've had destroyed, the more HP the Sand Devil recovers. Yet another reason to bring a healer to this fight. Finally, we have Feasting Swarm.
Okay,
For
so
this skill,
this
you'll see
like a
debuff on your entire team. Make sure your champions have enough resistance, as the last thing you want is your debuffs not landing on Al-Name while he's snoring away. Want to know why? His second skill, Dune Tempest,
removes all debuffs from Al-Name, then heals him. The amount healed is proportional to the total amount of destroyed max HP on the enemy team after healing attacks all enemies. Is this why Mori Gain was needed so much? Is this gonna be on us because we did not go for Mori Gain? Because she could apply a heal reduction that is unremovable, if I remember correctly. I think it was unremovable. So let me see. What was it, an unremovable heal reduction on her passive? This debuff cannot be removed, transferred. It was
moves all debuffs on him, heals him, and then attacks your entire team with Blades of Light and a howling gust of sand. But there's a catch. The damage dealt by this skill decreases based on the amount of debuffs Al-Name removed from himself. So the more debuffs you manage to place on him, the weaker this move will be. Think of it going from a raging tornado to a light breeze. The heal he receives from Dune Tempest will also depend on the amount of destroyed HP on your team. The more HP you've had destroyed, the more HP the Sand Devil recovers.
So there's some blessings, by the way, which when you heal, you have a chance to restore destroyed HP. So that will be useful on your healers.
Yet another reason to bring a healer to this fight. Finally, we have Feasting Swarm. For this skill, the
attacks all enemies ignore shield, block damage, and killable buffs, as well as 100% of the target's defense. That's for the Paragon cheese. After attacking, places a sleep debuff on L. Okay, so he sleeps himself also. As well as 100% of the target's defense. Wow, that's insane. Insane. Passive effect, increase the current cooldown of this skill by 1 turn whenever a sleep debuff is placed on Name by enemies. The current cooldown increases the cooldown, so he cannot sleep himself.
Sand Devil unleashes a ravenous horde of locusts, dealing huge AoE damage that ignores shields, block damage, and unkillable buffs, as well as 100% of your champion's defense. This thing hurts and will likely wipe out your entire...
Damn! Revive on Death can work, though. It didn't say Revive on Death, did it?
...team if you aren't prepared. Fortunately, summoning a locust swarm is tiring work, so Al-Name will instantly catch some Z's after this attack, giving you time to lick your wounds. And every time you place a sleep debuff on the Sand Devil, the current cooldown of this skill increases by 1 turn. With some careful planning, you'll be able to keep this Feasting Swarm at bay for a long time.
So basically, you want to have that cooldown.
How do you win this fight? Timing and team composition are vital for surviving the Sand Devil's necropolis. You'll need several champions capable of placing a sleep debuff on Al-Name, and you'll need to time them just right. Putting him to sleep is the easy part. You'll need to be juggling placing other debuffs, reducing his innate damage reduction, and restoring your destroyed HP to succeed in this fight. Continuous heal buffs and passive skills that can heal your entire team will really lighten the load. Then there's the slumber counter. Bringing champions who can place debuffs on the Sand Devil without hitting him will be super useful, as these won't lower the slumber counter, meaning...
So there's quite a few champions that do not hit the target and place debuffs. So Theodore will be huge here.
You can potentially land more hits.
So
finally, you'll also need some way to survive the terror that is Feasting Swarm. Placing a revive on death buff on the champions crucial to your strategy will probably be your best bet.
Do you actually need that though?
As high defense won't stop these locusts chewing through your health. So, there you have it. Everything you need to know about Artifact Ascension and its accompanying dungeon. We can't wait to see you...
Yeah, but Ally Protect and high health will actually protect you. I'm gonna guess. And it might kill the protector, and then you revive him with, let's say, any reviver.
Clash against the might of the Sand Devil, and hope this guide will help you craft a winning strategy. As always, hit like, subscribe to see the latest about Raid, and we'll see you next time. Happy raiding.
Alright, I like it. I like it. It's gonna be new content. It will be difficult. I wonder if they go the difficulty of Iron Twins, which they did in the past. Iron Twins is insanely difficult in terms of the requirements of accuracy and resistance. So I wonder if they'll go this route, or they'll keep it the same as all other dungeons that we have right now. So you'll need about 200 accuracy to land stuff, or even on 25. And if I check on the affinities, pretty quickly, can I check on the affinities of this? What is the affinity on 20 and 25 is what I want to check. 20 and 25 are the most important ones. So the breakpoints here seem to be 17, that you need to start beating 17 to actually get the bigger ones. And it must be like 12 or 13. So 25 is force. So yeah, spirit champions will do good here. Magic champions not so well. So the Prince Chimer that he was showing won't do so well. And 20, what is 20? 20 must be magic. Yeah, it's magic right here. So it will be a fun new challenge for sure. I hope we get access to it and actually show you, so we can do the video guides and everything for you guys, and start posting on it. Yeah, that would be fun. And I wonder on how the system is gonna be once you have, like, how bad is it gonna be in terms of the odds and everything. So anyway, this was the video, guys. What you think, leave it down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.